everyone. Hello, hello, hello,
Hello.
Boots. Hello, Molly. Hello, Wyoming. Hello, April Showers, Spring Flowers. It sure is nice to see you ladies here tonight as we get started on our True Crime Thursdays. Our little True Crime Thursday, every day Thursday, every week Thursday.
What was that about?
I'm in one of those moods tonight.
I'm scared now.
So, how are you doing, April Showers? You been doing okay? Well, I hope y'all didn't come in and just turn around and leave us. No, here comes
How would
another.
you?
We wasn't going nowhere. We was coming.
We was
We
coming
was
one
coming
time,
around
actually.
the mountain.
Oh,
And
jeez.
she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I'm being silly tonight, y'all. I'm just trying to be silly as we wait for a few people to get in here before we get
Hey,
started.
Wyoming.
Hey, Wyoming, how are you doing, sweetheart? Hopefully there'll be more people coming and join us tonight. We'll have a little larger crowd than two people in here. Now we gotta do better than this on True Crime Thursdays. People wanted us to do true crime. Where are they at? Because I ain't seeing them right now. Let's say over there watching Natasha tonight.
Yeah, that's where
That'd be
everybody
the only
is.
excuse I can have for you right now. So everybody,
She
because
got
I did
lots of
share it
people
out on
tonight.
my feed. Yeah, she
Well,
does.
you did that to yourself.
Mm, I shared it on my time on my community post too for people to go over there. But then we had our live at 9:30, so I didn't know she still. I didn't think about it. I forgot about her live. My
Oh,
one eye is
no.
kind of bothering me, but I'm here. Oh,
I hope it
hey
gets
Betty
better. You've
Boop.
been dealing with that for a long time. Hey, Betty.
Betty Dan Boop is here in the house. Yes, she is. Hello, hello. Well, y'all. I'm glad we got 4 people in here now. Time just doubled up. We just doubled up. That's good. Come on now. Come on down to the Price is Right. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. We're gonna be
She's in a
talking
weird
about.
mood. I think she had too much sugar today.
I just had a spoonful of sugar. Helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down.
She's in
Hey
too much of a
Molly.
happy mood for true crime.
Yes, I'm in a happy mood tonight, y'all. We got to get happy time. Where's my Marky Mark at for True Crime Thursdays? He's supposed to be here too. I hate
I
to have to
don't
pick
know.
up my phone and call him and tell him to bring his bootay over here and watch our
Where's the one
True
who
Crime.
started the true crime thing?
Pocket
Tuesday,
Sand is the one
Thursday.
who said we ought to do True Crime on Thursdays, did she? And where's she at tonight?
Yeah.
She better hello and get over here. Come on down. We ain't gonna hurt nobody. We're just gonna talk a little bit. That's all. We're gonna talk just a little bit tonight. I'm gonna be talking about the Delphi case on some of the little bit that we caught come up. I'm gonna read y'all a little bit and
I saw a little
some
bit
notes.
more too.
Huh?
I
What?
watched that one that I sent you so I can add to that one.
Okay, because I didn't watch that one, so I only did the first one. I only watched that one because I didn't have time to do the other one. But y'all know Richard Allen. Richard Allen is the one that killed Abby and Libby on the
Allegedly.
Delphi. Yeah, allegedly
Allegedly.
killed Alan. Abby and Libby. The Delphi case. Okay, Richard Allen, the man accused of murdering 2 teenage girls in Delphi, Indiana, is back in court facing new charges as his lawyers are trying to get his case thrown out. His trial is ready to begin May 13th. He wants a speedy trial while he has his original lawyers are back on his case. His lawyers had gotten in trouble or something for leaking some footages or something, and they I don't know. The judge was
Crime
mad.
scene photos, but they took it
Yeah,
all the way up to the Supreme Court and they were
yeah,
reinstated.
yeah. So they're back
I'm
on the
sure the
case.
state did
So
worse
he's
in this
wanting to
too.
do a speedy trial. He thinks the charges against him should be thrown out because of some errors in the investigation, including interviews of the 70 days of investigations are missing and were erased. There's 70 days of investigations missing and erased, witnesses and stuff like that. Hey, Dragon Pilots. Hey,
Hey, Dragon Pilots.
hey, Broken.
Hey, Broken.
Broken. I thought I seen. Yeah, I did. I seen Broken.
Yeah,
Hey, Broken.
she's here. She's here.
Okay. Good to see
Well, no,
you,
that's
girl.
not the only problem. That's not the only problem, MKB. Not only did it get erased now, but they supposedly hired or tried to buy some software to try to recover it, and the documents about how exactly it got erased have not been turned over to the defense. So all of that information is missing.
Wow. Abby and Libby went missing, if you recall, on Valentine's Day, 2017, y'all. They were murdered. The girls had been dropped off at the trails, the Delphi trails, the day before, but didn't meet up with their parents that day and was reported missing. The FBI released
I seen that day, and
that
I wouldn't
clip
go
of the
there.
suspect in 2019. What?
I seen that area, and I don't know why they wanted to go there.
I know that looks dangerous and stuff. Richard Allen was charged and arrested more than 3 years later, 2022, with Abby and Libby's murders. The defense claims there is 70 days worth of interviews in this case with witnesses that has been destroyed. The documentation is critical. He is now charged with murder while attempting to commit kidnapping. No, he's now charged with the murder while attempting to commit kidnapping. I think I wrote that down 2 times or something. They only need to prove the kidnapping occurred. As a result of the kidnapping, the girls were killed. There are 3 pieces of evidence. There's 3 pieces of evidence that the defense calls critical. One being the bullet found at the crime scene that was cycled through a gun that Richard Allen owned. They was able to do a comparison and tell that it came from the gun that Richard owned that was found in his home. You got cell phone data and his alleged confession too. He is being held at a maximum security prison as we speak, y'all. He's not held at the jail. They got him held at a maximum security prison.
Well, part of the problem is there too with that case too is that with the information being missing, not only is that a problem, but the bullet was cycled through the barrel of the gun, which will give you some information, but it's not as definitive as if the bullet casing had been fired. And it was not a bullet that had been fired through the gun.
Do you know how old they were? The girls, they're teenage girls. I think they were 14
or 15. I'm not positive. I can look.
Molly, are you starting a channel? People are saying they sub to you. Are you starting your channel too? I hadn't heard that. You ain't said nothing to me about no channel, girl. And I better be the first one you tell. What about the? Oh, she said that's wrong, Jill. The age. Let me look up the age.
I'm looking right now.
Oh.
At 13 or 14.
13 or 14.
I was close. Abby was 13 and Libby was 14.
13 and 14. April showers. She said I would have told you, MKB. Well, you got people subscribing to you already, Molly. When you get ready to come up, let me know, girl. We'll have you come up on my panel first, so you can speak first on my panel. Bullet is
Yeah,
easy
I
to
know the
trace to a
bullet is
gun.
easy to
Walman
trace
sell
to
it.
a gun, but
They were saying
I don't know.
too that
They might try to argue it. Is all I'm saying.
yeah, they didn't find the bullet until they went back to the crime scene, is what they were saying too. Something about they didn't find it until after they
They
went
did
back.
not
They could
find
say
it
that
the
they
first
tampered
time they
and
searched the
somebody
crime
planted
scene.
the evidence there and
It
stuff on
was
that
found the
bullet.
second time they canvassed, which is a big
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, they said it would have been better to found it on the first round because they can always say it's been tampered or people planted the
Well, and it
evidence or
had been
something,
a while. I think it had
or
been
something
like a
happened.
couple months at least. I think so.
Wow.
We don't know what will happen, but um, the trial is set to begin in May, so we will see.
Y'all, please hit that thumbs up, please. Help put me in the algorithm. My 10 people in here. Y'all better get me out there, girls.
Hey, this is better than some nights, so don't worry. We're going the right
I might
direction.
need some DNA up in here, so y'all better leave y'all's DNA all on that like button.
Yeah, they do need to stop messing with the case. The prosecutors do, but who knows? Hey, Pakistan.
Hey, Pakistan, there you are for our True Crime Thursdays. We was just wondering where you was at. You better be here, lady. Don't make me come looking for you. Hit that like button on your way in here. Leave some of that DNA all over that like button.
And then, do you want me to start with mine?
Yeah, unless you got any more to add from your story that you watched on the Delphi, that other one that I didn't watch. Do you got anything
No,
else to
just
add,
what
or
I
we
said.
good?
That the issues were first of all the with how the 78 years how the video went missing and how it was overwritten and the documentation. None of that has been turned over to the defense. And not all of the information. Well, also that the state had tried to buy some kind of equipment to try to recover the video, but there's no documentation whether they did or not, and none of that information has been turned over to the defense. And there's also the fact that not all of the information on the investigation for the whole entire 6 years has been turned over to the defense. They said that's not relevant, but an attorney that I watch who is a practicing attorney, he's also been a military attorney, so he knows a lot. He said that could become an issue. It would be for him. And it could cause the prosecution to have to not present certain facts. Boots Mama.
Boots Mama, not Nana. April Showers. Boots Mama.
No, she was my kitty, so. And then the case that I was watching today there was a press conference. I don't know if anyone else saw it about the Madeline Soto case. Um, it was kind of a lot of what we've heard before. The chief of police from Kissimmee, which is the police department, which is handling it along with the Florida State's attorneys and other law enforcement agencies. They did not say specifically which ones, but that they did say that he did turn his Stephen Stearns turned his phone over to Orange County, which is Orlando, not Kissimmee, and then he okayed the transfer to Kissimmee police of the phone. And it was then that the police were doing forensic information on the phone that they discovered disturbing evidence of graphic images, videos depicting crimes committed, and it was during that investigation that they knew they needed to do something. They needed to move quickly in order to get Stearns off of the streets. The police are still trying to piece together the timeline of the events and what order that they happened. And there's an old Hickory Road and a Hickory Road, and there's some differences, but they said the body was found where he was changing the tire, but they have different roads. So they're trying to pin down that information. And with Stearns facing 60 charges at this time, for which they have detailed forensic information from the phone, they're not in a hurry. There is no rush. They have all the time they need to investigate this case. The police chief also stated that anyone close to Madeleine is treated as being involved with her disappearance and or death until proven otherwise, and that they have interviewed many people, and that each person has been vital to the investigation of the case. They have interviewed her mother. I listened to the press conference multiple times, and I couldn't clearly decipher whether they had her biological father. Not real sure on that one at this time, but they said everyone close to Madeleine has been cooperating with the police except Stephen Stearns. So they're committed to being as transparent as possible, but right now their priority is the integrity of the investigation, which is where it should be, in my opinion. And that the chief specifically said that they vow to do everything in their power, or she said our, because she's speaking of the police department, to ensure that Madeleine's memory is honored with justice. And right now, there has not been a charge in her death because the police have not received the medical examiner's report. They do not know the manner in which Maddie died. And until they know the method and then the manner determined to be homicide, you really can't charge anyone with murder. So that makes sense. And the police chief was asked whether or not they know where Maddie died, whether it was at home or somewhere else, and all she would say was she would not speculate. She did say that they have not spoken to Stephen Stearns because he invoked his right to a lawyer. And while I'm sure a lot of people probably see that as a sign of guilt, I'm sure his attorney is saying, no, do not speak to the police, and telling the police that whoever's representing him, that they are representing him and he is not to speak to the police. Especially with the 60 charges, with several of them being capital crimes, which means that they qualify him for the death penalty alone, without being murder. Even without the murder, he could get the death penalty. And they just said that because Stearns is in jail and he's going to be there for a while, there isn't a rush on the investigation, that the detectives want to meticulously look through all of the evidence so that they can very carefully analyze everything, so that they wanted to be able to cross their T's and dot their I's, so that there is no possibility that whoever is responsible for her death will not be able to get out of facing justice. And they did say that the mother has cooperated, that she has given the police an interview, and they were very specific, and she was very specific to emphasize in the press conference that the only person not cooperating with the police was Stefan Stearns.
He knows
And
he's already busted.
they did and then somebody asked if all of the charges are regarding Maddie, because all of the names were redacted, and the police chief simply said that the children's names are not released because minors are protected under the law. However, earlier in the same exact press conference, she had said, because I went back and listened to that part again, that all of the charges were regarding things that happened inside the home, and that there do not appear to be any other victims. So she didn't say that Maddie was the one whose name was blacked out for all of them directly, but indirectly she did, if that makes any sense. And so right now, basically, the only person I think that they are investigating, their prime suspect, is Stefan Stearns. And just with what they found on his phone, it just sounds really bad. And I found the charging document, and oof, that's a tough read. That was a very tough read.
So Stephen Stearns in a shitload of trouble, and we don't even know if there's more victims out there right now.
No, we do. The
The
chief
names
said there
or
do
whatever.
not appear to be any other victims.
Oh, okay. That's a good thing then.
No.
It's a good thing there ain't no more victims. So
It's good there isn't more, but it's not good at what even happened. So
yeah, you're true. Right.
I mean, and then the police chief was asked, is there anything you want to say to people, or that just is weighing on you? And she said, just talk to your kids. Make sure your kids know that they can go, if they don't feel comfortable going to you about something, that they have someone that they can go to. And if your children come to you with anything, reach out to law enforcement, because they're the ones who are trained to tell if it is like something they're saying or something that really happened, and believe your kids, because these kinds of things aren't something that your kids are gonna make up happen to them.
Broken, why ain't you a member on my channel, girl? I just now noticed you wasn't a member.
They have not released. They have also, well, and then I did find someone who claimed to be close to the family. This is from Reddit, so take it with a grain of salt. Don't always believe everything you read on Reddit, although I saw a lot of people saying this on Reddit, that the mom and Stefan were on again, off again, on again, off again a lot. So there's no one knows if it was when they were together or not, and she may be completely innocent in all of this. The police literally said the only person they're focusing on right now is Stefan Stearns. So all of the people, and they were also saying all of the people trying to read more into stuff, please stop, because it's not doing the case any good. And it's also not helping the family.
There's a lot of rumors out there about the mom that I've heard. There's so many rumors about her, it ain't even funny. I hope she's not.
Yeah, and they said, please stop, because it's really hurting the family. And so that was what I found out about that.
There's a lot of bad stuff on Reddit.
There are bad areas of Reddit, I will admit.
Is Reddit free?
Yes. There are also
you have to sign into it.
Huh?
You got to sign into Reddit or anything to get on there?
Certain forums, yes.
Oh, I don't know.
Like, I'm in a forum on Reddit that's perfectly innocent. I mean, it's people talking about, like, fountain pens and fountain pen ink. There's nothing. It's moderated. If anyone does anything wrong, they're kicked right away. I've seen people kicked just for writing something they shouldn't have, and that was against the rules. And so it depends, because some forums are heavily moderated, some are not. Some have very strict rules, some do not. The only thing that drew me to Reddit for fountain pens was that there's just one brand of inks that has had multiple ink that has given Reddit users votes for different inks for names and colors and stuff, and that's the only thing I really pay attention to on there. But
Broken, you want to come up? You want to tell us about the
We also don't know that they also don't know whether or not the mom was at home. They don't know if the work schedules were different. They have said that the mom may have had, like, her own set of, like, trauma history and stuff. So and he really hadn't.
What?
Yeah, Reddit can be fun, but I mean, you have to be very, very careful on Reddit, like you have to do anywhere else. Oh, there's a lot they're not telling the public. The police chief, a lot of times she would be like, we're not releasing that information for the integrity of the investigation. However, she did keep saying that their primary suspect is Stephen Stearns, which leads me to believe that they have enough evidence that he is the primary suspect and they're really not looking into anyone else. Because they said everyone else that they've questioned has cooperated and that they have the only person who has not been willing to speak to the police is Stephen Stearns. They hold press conferences. Basically, this one was held because all of the media attention and all of the demand for them to hold a press conference. They felt like they owed it to the public, even though they did not have anything really, because there were people saying that the medical report had been back and it hasn't, but it hasn't come back. There were people that thought that the police department spoke to the medical examiner, and the police department relies on the medical examiner's reports. They do not speak to the medical examiner. Now, if the medical examiner is going to be a witness, that would be the prosecution that would speak to the medical examiner, not the police department. So it's a little different. And then one other case that I did find, I was digging to find information for tonight. So basically they're just using tax dollars to please the public by opening this. I guess. I don't know, because it also right now is going through the Florida state attorneys on when they do press conferences, what information can be released. It's not just the police department saying it, it's also the people who will be prosecuting the case. And they don't want to release anything that could jeopardize the case because they want to get the person who is responsible for her death and for her kidnapping.
I got a video of Riley Strain from News Nation. It's like 6 minutes long if you want to watch it.
We can watch that.
Okay, I figured if you want to watch it, it's the latest update on it.
Yeah, that's probably what I found from Brian Enton on X. It's so weird calling it X. I'm sorry. You know, I mean, it'll always be Twitter to me, but whatever. Sorry on that rant.
Okay, let me share the screen and. This is the latest. This on the Riley Strain case. Y'all know the Riley Strain case that we're talking about. The boy that went missing in Nashville. He's been missing for a little while. He got told that to leave from the Luke Bryan's bar, and he went missing. So this is the latest news.
You're cutting out.
Riley's stepfather, Chris Whited, and Chris, I'm so sorry to meet you guys are doing and holding up right now.
We're doing as good as we can, under the circumstances. The community has been amazing for supporting our home. We're still hopeful. We can't give up hope until we have any other reason not to be.
All right, we're hearing that police showed you some new surveillance video today. What does it show Riley doing?
The video was shown to us Sunday after they found the debit card. After the debit card was found, we met with the police and they showed us the video. It was the last known video of Riley. Uh, um, last
I guess she just dropped off. I don't know where she went. But basically, what I found was that the police are still saying that the National Police Department is still saying that there is no evidence to suggest any criminal element related to Riley's disappearance. There's different thoughts on this. I don't know if MKB's coming back, but there are different thoughts on that. And like all News Nation is gonna say is what the sorry, I'm trying to add her this. Oh, that's why, because I was trying to add you, but you were cutting out.
I'm
All
back.
News Nation
I
is
got
gonna
knocked
do
off.
is report what the police are saying. So, and MKB, do you want to discuss what I was talking to you about one other time about like defense attorneys tonight?
About
Do you
defense
remember?
attorneys, what are you talking about? What case?
Just any
No.
on how they can do any case.
Did that video play some?
It played some, but
You want me
next
to try
time
to
on
finish
my
playing the
computer.
video?
No, because it was really
I think
broken up.
when I try to make it big, I can try to do it one more time if you want me to.
You're already
Let me
breaking
try
up.
one more time. Oh, I am?
Yeah.
Well, it's probably not going to let me then. They give you the right to avoid, but if you exercise that right, then you'll
I don't know what
be
you're
guilty if they
talking
start treating you like garbage or I don't know
and then part of the problem with the Delphi case that I really don't understand is they're not holding him in jail. They moved him. At first they had him in Western prison, and now they moved him to Wabash, and Wabash is no joke in Indiana. And I know a lot of people, like, in cases like, we'll think of, like, Stephen Stearns. Like, how could anyone defend somebody like that? Because I do watch attorneys who are defense attorneys, so I understand. They're not really defending, like, they're not saying, oh, here, the person we're defending, they're a great person, they never could have done this. or any of that. What they are doing is they are making sure that the prosecution remains within the bounds of the law as they prove their case. No, that's not necessarily true. I know a lot of defense attorneys, and no, it's not. If you want an attorney, I don't get what she's trying to say because that's not how it really works. I think she's Broken Justice. I really think you're using your own experience with the legal system to cloud exact what happens, and that's not how it works. And one person's experience might be that way, but I've known other people who they have invoked their right to have an attorney, and it has worked out for them. So no, it's not always that you're immediately guilty if you ask for an attorney. That's not true. And it's not true that you'll get the maximum sentence just because you ask for an attorney. The truth is that there is truth that like 98% of cases do not go to trial. That the majority of cases are settled before trial. However, it is always your right to go to trial. And they cannot take that again, use that against you.
You talking about in the Delphi case? Richard Allen? Is that who she talking about?
I think so. They moved him, for physical and mental health reasons. But I don't know why. I don't know. I think Wabash is they're one of the two higher security prisons. There's another one that's higher in Indiana. But it might have been.
I'm gonna have to get down.
But I think it is Wabash that has facilities for mental health, so that might be why he got moved there.
He is a Chinese, or yes, attorneys are hearing coming up on contempt charge as attorney. I don't know. You ain't making no sense. Your comment.
I think we should be done for the night.
Yeah, that's everything we got, y'all, tonight.
And I'll try to have more by Tuesday
with the
because
updates and stuff.
It's Thursday, so more will probably happen over the weekend, and by Tuesday we'll probably have more to talk about. So, and then I'm still trying to figure out some games, and I'm working on stuff.
Do you try to do the Family Feud game? That's what he's really wanting to play. You trying to look into that?
I'm trying to figure that game out. I'm still trying to figure it out.
All right. Well, that's all we got tonight, y'all. I hope.
Well, I hope you have a good week, April Showers, Spring Flowers. If you're not gonna be here.
Well, yeah. I hope everything's okay, April, next week. I don't know what you're doing next week, but I hope everything's going to be okay for you. Thanks for coming in tonight and showing your support for me. I appreciate it, girl. You're the best. I guess that's all we got until next Tuesday on the true crime. There's really just not been a lot of updates or anything. She said my grandson's dad passed this morning
I'm
going
so
out of town.
sorry.
Oh, okay. So sorry to hear that. Broken, is your phone stuck on something or something? I don't, you ain't making no sense right now. Your phone, I don't know how you type it on your phone or something, but it's repeating the same thing over and over. Saying they tell you that they do tell them that go listen to interrogations how they do.
That's how cases
They
are
try
thrown
to
out,
get
though.
them not to ask for an attorney.
With all the police
But
cameras right now and all the videotaping right now, it's very hard because if they even have an inkling that you're asking for an attorney, they need to stop. Otherwise, anything said in that interview can be thrown out, and that has happened recently. Can't remember what case.
yeah,
I think it was stuff about stuff has been thrown out in recent cases. Well, we're done right now.
we're done now. So we'll come back next Tuesday with true crime, and we'll give everybody updates then. It's okay, Broken. And next time you could just come up on panel if you want to say something. Maybe you could tell us easier up on panel instead of in the chat. And that'd be a lot easier for you. Well, all right,
Everyone
y'all.
is gone, so we're just
we'll
gonna
see
end
y'all
it.
next week then. If that's the end of it.
Yeah, everyone left pretty much.
We'll see you all. Thank you, ladies. Be blessed, everyone.
Thank you.
You're welcome, April. See you next week. Well, no, I won't see you next
We'll
week.
see you
She'll
the
be
week
out of town.
after.
But I pray. Yeah, I'm praying everything goes well with your funeral and everything turns out okay. And I'm praying for you, girl. Thank you, girl. Well, y'all have a blessed night, and we'll see y'all next week on True Crime Tuesday. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Bye.